Without further ado, actually, our tip of the week is going to come from Harrison. Again, the Director of Growth at the Matea Group, joining us today. So, Harrison, what's our tip of the week?
Awesome. So this is a fun tip of the week for me because it's something I take all of our agents through as soon as they join. And it's an important exercise, I think, for everybody. And that's really thinking about your network. The phrase is your network is your net worth. And in any sort of business that you're in, or even just socially, it's important to really understand who are the people that you deal with on a consistent basis. Maybe not a daily basis, but a consistent basis. And many of us live by who's stored in our phone. But oftentimes that's only a small piece of the people that we know.
Mm-hmm.
So we take all of our agents through an exercise. We call it the memory jogger. But really what it does is it takes them through the list of here's all the potential people you interact with during the day. Who services your car? Who cuts your hair? Who takes care of your kids, daycare? All those various things. Where do you go? Who do you interact with? Who do you see at school drop-off? Who do you see at soccer games? Who do you see? When you think about all the people you come in contact with on a daily basis, and we're all social creatures, so we naturally network, and it might just be small talk, but we naturally network. There's a lot of people on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis that we come in contact with, we just kind of forget about until you've got that real reminder of, oh yeah, I know these people, or maybe there's people that I need to know that I could know through somebody else.
Yeah. And so what we'll have for you actually, if you're listening in thinking, who do I know? If you hop over to jeffsellsmaine.com/closer to home, I will have a memory jogger template there for you. It's at the bottom of the page. And that way you can start thinking about who you know. I'm sitting here thinking about, all the people I come into contact with. I'm thinking about Watson's dog, my dog, Watson, his groomer.
Right.
I know her pretty well.
Exactly. And then who do they know? And then who do they know? And
right.
they know. And so this isn't just to be applied to real estate. So if you're listening thinking, well, I'm not going to be a real estate agent.
Right.
This could just resurface another plan that you had to connect with other people and just, give them a call, reach out, say hello. You never know where that conversation will take you.
Yeah, that's such a great point. Harrison, like you said, we're social creatures. We think about our small network of who we talk to regularly, but it's actually a bigger picture when you really start breaking it down.
It really is. And the average person, they say, knows about 250 people. So if you know 250 people and they know 250 people, that web gets really big, really fast.
Wow.
And when you think about Maine, we talk about Maine not being a very large state, but really when you start to dive into those levels of connection, you have connections to a lot of people, probably a pretty good segment of the population that you don't even realize you have access to, that somebody could make an introduction or you already know. But there's a lot of folks that we come in contact with that we just don't think about. But when you really think about it and write it down, there's a lot of people.
So we're basically describing the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Right.
You got it right, essentially?
And it's Maine, so it's really 2 degrees. And we joke about that too, as we'll go out to lunch or coffee and connect with someone. And then in passing, we see someone else. We could even, travel out of state, be at the airport in a different state.
Right.
And we'll still run into someone that we know from college or back home or a friend of a friend.
Right.
And it just spirals. And like you said, just that spider web of 250 knows 250 knows 250, and it just continues to exponentially grow.
Well, and I'm always amazed at all the places I go to and how many people are like, oh, well, I used to go to Maine in the summer. My aunt lives there. My grandmother lives there. Like, there's so many people out there that have a tie to Maine that aren't here anymore, or maybe never were here. They just have a tie here.
Yeah.
But for as small a state as we are, there's a lot of folks that that know us well.